Hello and welcome to the Me and My Dad podcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed episode 1 to 3. This is episode 4 and we're going to call this one Me and My Dad are underprepared.
Well, no. Declan's underprepared. The dad's prepared.
Look at you with your A4 pad, your jotter and your wee phone and your wee spectacles.
That's
God
my
love
notes.
him, he's covered in crumbs. He had a wee cake before we started and it's all over him.
Sponsored today by a local bakery and Alex's pub, Pamporova.
Good spot.
Yeah.
Good
indeed.
spot. We'll talk more about our experience in Pamporova. Pamporova or Pamprovo? Pamprovo.
I go for Pamporova. You can say Parovo if you want.
It's kind of like Pavlova. People say Pavlova when it's Pavlova.
Or Pavlova.
Pavlova. Nobody really cares anyway.
No.
But we had massive crack on the ski trip, so we'll talk more about that too. Did you ever get those days when you're just chasing your tail?
No.
You're retired. I forgot about that. You don't work anymore. You just sit
Excuse
around
me, I work
getting
very
free
hard.
gliders up and down the Falls Road, being like, "All right, Bill, remember I done your wedding back in 1974?
You're separated now. All
I
right,
know
dead
you're
on,
divorced.
dead on.
That was your divorce pre-drinks, as Paddy said last week. If you missed Paddy's episode, watch it back, listen to it back. Everywhere you get your podcast, Paddy was an absolute legend. Never did I think I'd hear the sash being sung as a member of the Bee Gees.
Right enough.
It was hard. Paddy's a good lad. How are you anyway from our last recording?
I'm great. Back from Bulgaria, back in the country, and back to work, even though I only do probably 3 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back working.
Part-timer. I obviously left a radio show last October. See, since then, I've been flat out. And I'm not just saying that to be like, I'm actually still working. I'm not watching Jeremy Kyle. I am literally flat out. Like, I can't.
Jeremy Kyle.
Jeremy, he's off.
That's the last fucking time anybody watched Jeremy Kyle.
He's cancelled too, isn't he?
Yes, he's cancelled now.
Well, I don't know. Judge Rinder or Tinder or Rinder, whatever you call him.
Tinder?
Whoever's on during the day, I don't know. But I've been watching. I haven't been watching daytime TV. I've been flat to them at work.
Yeah, you're only finished, aren't you? You're only out of, are we allowed to mention?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only out of downtown.
Downtown. Shout out to all the downtown lads. DTR, Downtown Radio,
Yep.
established 1976.
Is that how long that's going?
That's how long it's going.
My God. John Daly. I remember John Daly in downtown.
All the legends: John Daly, Big T, Caroline Fleck, Declan Wilson.
Dead on. Dead on.
Oh, Japers be. You may notice we've changed clothes.
After the abuse we got. I'm sick.
My
I
last-
was told wear the same outfit
I've
because it gets the continuity right. Continuity. I'm sick.
You started to stink, so we
Sorry.
just
Look at people were calling me Belfast Dave.
he did. He did 10 of Lynx Africa for each arm because the shirt was rife. I've just noticed I'm wearing the same T-shirt.
Oh, flip me.
I've changed my trunks, but my trunks are fresh.
Thank God.
Trunks are fresh.
Yeah. Say nothing.
Just because I'm chasing my tail doesn't mean I did shower this morning and did wash and I'm fresh and clean.
Well, you're in work from early on, so we'll let you away with that.
You're
one.
very pink today.
I am. I'm going for the sort of bohemian look.
You look like Mr. Blobby's dad.
Thanks very much. Yeah, that would make you Mr. Blobby. 100%. I'll go with that one.
Snap, Michael. Very good. Oh, very good. So let's summarize. What have we talked about so far in these podcasts? Old days of you getting shit stroked from you.
Oh, Neville. God rest him.
Neville, who stole your poo with a long tail. That's a
Long tail
horrible
chopper.
word, isn't it?
Here,
Poo.
but hold on a minute. When we were in Bulgaria, you met people who actually referred to that story and said it happened to them in building sites across the
That's
country.
true, actually. Yeah.
No, you did.
Do you know what's mad? But the amount of people that have stopped to me and talked to me about the amount of people that have stopped and talked to me about the stories that you've told and the stories that we've told on the podcast that they can actually relate to. It's happened to them as well. Like, for example, when we were in Bulgaria there the other week, I met a fella, Matthew Dempster, shout out if you're watching or listening. I hadn't seen him from the day and hour we were in Bulgaria in school together.
That's right. You were like twins.
And then, well,
The two of you looked the exact same that night in the bar.
do you think we're similar looking?
Well,
Maybe,
You only live around a corner.
maybe you found Matthew's math 31 years ago, and maybe we are twins.
I actually
you never know.
never realised until the two of us were standing the other day with a wee beard and the quiffs. And I went,
We were like,
they look like one another.
we were like a plumber Jedward, or the Proclaimers. We were like the two Proclaimers with the
That's
glasses.
exactly what you look like.
The disclaimers,
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
Disclaimers, aye.
But who knows, Matt? Maybe Mick found your ma in St Michael's Disco years ago, and
Yeah.
wowed her with his pink Miami T-shirt with bun down the front of it, and he said, "All right, love, you all right? Sorry, all right, love. It's Michael, the DJ."
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
No, but you did. You met people, and you were trying to embarrass me. And I remember Connor Kelly, the young lad from Lurgan.
What a guy!
Actually said-
Rocket, by the way.
That story about the shovel, he can relate to it because it happened one of his uncles or his dad or something in a building site.
Neville's son
Craig
is now
Allen.
going round building sites.
Building site, Craigavon, yeah. There's somebody running about. I tell you what, see if you owned a long-tailed shovel factory back in 1970 or 80, what could be a fortune?
Neville the second. Neville's son is going round stroking shites now for building sites.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Let's go back in time again, because I enjoy some of your stories from yesteryear.
Oh, God.
Back to when rainbows were black and white.
Rainbows were black and white.
My dad's day.
Back to the school days.
Back to the school days. You have some phenomenal stories from these days, like ones that I actually can't believe happened. Like the one even with the wood glue. Did you ever tell that one?
Oh, but the wood. Right. Well, unfortunately.
Can I just do the anti-deck thing? If you are watching or listening, do not try this at home.
No. Mr. Flynn. Jimmy Flynn. God rest him.
Oh, fuck me. I don't believe you. Is he dead? I don't believe
Jimmy
you.
was head of science.
Someone you know
Jimmy
is dead.
Flynn, head of science. Absolute gentleman, but wasn't blessed with a lot of hair. Had a bit of a comb over. And every day after school, he would have come down to the PE rooms to change, or to train. He'd done a bit of training and then had his wee shower. So he always used, can I mention the name of a shampoo?
Yeah, because we're sponsored by L'Oreal. Fuck's sake. Of course you
well,
can.
right, okay. Other shampoos are available, but there used to be a shampoo then, and it was white. It was Head and Shoulders, right?
It's still around, Mick.
Still around, right?
You can still get it.
But it was pure white. So the wood glue, PVA wood glue, was white. So we emptied a shampoo bottle and put PVA wood glue into a shampoo bottle. But then we thought we'll go one step further, because in those days, Johnson's baby powder, every man or every person that had a child had a fucking tub or a talcum Johnson's baby powder. So we took a little of Johnson's baby powder and put self-raising flour in it, emptied it. So when Jimmy finished, he got out of he was in the shower and he showered, and all we heard was, so you can imagine the scene. He's washing his hair, what was left of his hair there, God rest him, as I say, washing his hair. And instead, his hands started to stick a wee bit. He's going, what the fuck? And you could hear this voice going, for fuck's sake. So he had to rinse his head to get this PVA glue out. Because it did wash it. It didn't actually, it just made your head very sticky. So he eventually got it out, and he was effing and playing and cursing. And he went down to his bag to put on his Johnson's.
No, the glue and the talc. Oh,
Right, no. He dried the glue off, basically, but his body was still, you're still a bit damp, right? So when you add self-raising flour, anything gets damp, you know what happens?
Yep.
So he put it on, started rubbing it in, and like dough started to form on his chest, like wee balls of dough, and he was going, "Look, there's something wrong with this talc. It must be off." Now I don't think there's an expiry date on Johnson's talc. But he threw the bottle out thinking that's expired. So we never told him, because he did crack up about it.
Can I just cross back to something you said? Every man carries a box of talc. I have never in my life carried talc with me.
No, because you're of a different age. Because now they have these fucking spray on, rub on.
Sure, now talc's not allowed. You're not.
things,
You're not allowed to talcum a child.
Yes, exactly.
Apparently now
because
it clogs
became,
pores or
carcinogenic.
something. I don't
Yes.
know. It's some
But
madness.
back in the day, talcum powder, Johnson's baby powder, was used everywhere. Not only on bums of babies, it was used everywhere. Trust me.
Do you know what I absolutely love, right? Do you know the way we always agreed, like, life's gone a bit mad now with, like, PC, as you call it, the PC world,
The PC
and health
world,
and
yeah.
safety, and there's always, like, people wearing high-vis jackets at every corner being like, oh, we can't do that because it's not healthy and safe.
That's right. That's right.
Do you know what I think's mad?
Drives me
There
mad.
is some degree that in your generation, things are absolutely mental, but it's like, oh, I just gave the child a Ninja Star to play with back in the day, and then they found me AK-47. Like, you do get stories like that as well, and you're like, right, maybe that is a wee bit.
Yeah, but they've a title for everything now. Like back in the day, somebody was a fucking nutcase. Now, you know what I mean? No, I don't mean that to be. I don't mean that to be on PC. But you know, like,
But
it was-
it is.
right, okay, it might be. But back in the day, like, I'd see your man's next door to that child next door, he's fucking boogaloo.
Oh my god.
Now he's got a title.
What's
You know what I mean?
his title?
You know, it's all ADHD and freaking ARP and whatever it may be, you know, there's all these titles. But I'm going back now. Remember, I'm going back before a time when the world was mad and Jesus, you picked chewing gum off the pavement and had it. You know what I mean? As long as it was fresh. You did. Everybody's done that over a certain age.
Can I just ask, producer, have you ever done that? No.
He's younger. He's a young man. You're a young man.
I don't give a fuck what age you are.
Well,
you
you
do
did.
not, you're like
Oh,
Buddy
yes.
the Elf, fucking running around.
Do you
lifting
ever
bits
drop
of
a
chewing
sweet?
gum that
You
are
ever-
hardened underneath park benches. And
You ever
going,
drop a sweet and
oh,
do the,
Wrigley's. Oh, Green Extra.
the Reese?
Oh,
the
Hubba
three-
Bubba.
You ever drop a sweet and go the 3-second rule, you know?
Yeah, not
blast it
chewing
and
gum
eat it.
that some other geezers chewed and stuck to a park bench. That's just
Stuck to a
disgusting.
park bench. In school, you used to stick it onto a table and get it the next day. Kept its freshness. Hey, it didn't kill us. Still going strong.
Remind me then, if you ever offered me a chewing gum, never to accept.
Looks like you can't eat a yogurt now in case it's freaking 1.2 hours out of date. No, it is.
Do you
Those
bother?
days we were.
Do you bother with out of date stuff? Like if something's out, say something's
Yes.
like a week out of date, would you eat it?
Yes, and it drives me mad. No,
Why?
I wouldn't eat it. No, I wouldn't eat it. I
What,
wouldn't eat
what
it.
would you do? But would you
Because
throw it
I'm
out?
conditioned now. The world's conditioned now. Oh, that expired 2 days ago. So what? So what? You know what I mean?
So would you eat a 2-day-old? Say like you.
No, because I'm conditioned. You're all conditioned now. The world has you conditioned. But those days, Jesus Christ, God bless my dad, God rest my dad too. You were fed meat for like 4 days in a row. You were. Didn't matter what could come off.
I should get ordained. Everybody's dead. I feel every time you say that I should be blessed.
Well, I'm 64. You know what I'm talking about? People when I was young, they were the ones you looked up to. You know what I mean?
Wild. What's your worst health and safety thing nowadays that you can't do that you could have done years ago? Because this is a total generation difference here. You know what I mean?
There's so many. There's so many. I couldn't. I don't even want to go down that road because I'll offend too many people.
I've got one.
What?
Go into a strip club in Bulgaria, then go and buy an AK-47, then get decommissioned at the airport and hide a dildo in a teacher's bag. Probably can't do that nowadays.
Or run out and shoot a teacher with a blank gun.
Or that, yes, these all
We haven't
happen, by
even
the way.
we haven't even talked about that one, but
They all
that
happened on
too.
previous episodes if you want to watch back and listen back and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
So,
Or and another thing I done in school one day. I got. What are you looking like at for sideways?
move your mic down, Michael. Just
Move my- oh,
there you go.
I can't. That way. You
Is it
can't
too,
see
look,
my
his
pretty-
mic's falling out. No, Jesus Christ.
It's drooping. Look,
Is there any chewing gum under this chair?
look, the mic's falling out.
Well, tilt it up, you fucking...
You said move it down.
This is
Now you're
the pro-
saying tilt it up.
This is the pro DJ, by the way, that you know,
Hold on.
taught me everything I knew.
You're
Has-
not recording now. You don't have to talk.
Has to get his mic adjusted by our producer extraordinaire. See, I have my mic facing
There
up
we
the
are.
way because I'm a professional and I'm very good
yeah.
with stuff like that there.
Are we back online?
We're back on. We
I'm
weren't
sick.
off. We roll when things like this happen. We roll.
Right. Well,
This
you were-
is called the Unprepared
Okay.
episode.
You're talking about things that how the world
Do
has
apologise.
changed. You see, if you'd done that in my day, you would have had to say, "Excuse me, I'm really sorry about that." But you just go, "Rah, whatever." You know, that's world today. I can't handle some of the shit that goes on. That Neville could handle it. I can't. Right? See back. Like I done something one day, and now I've done a lot of things that you'd be sacked for.
Have
now.
you two geese or something?
What?
You're so agitated. You're so. I'm not.
Agitated. I do.
He hasn't fucked up.
Well, this subject does. get under my skin.
Keep going. No, I'm enjoying it. Go.
It does get under my skin because you just can't say things now that you used to say. You can't. Stop you holding bananas up.
I'm gonna have one.
It was the first banana you've had in a long time. For flip's sake.
One skin.
Two
skin.
Hey, knock on the head. Knock on the
3
head.
skin.
For God's sake.
4. There we go.
Right, down on. Right. You know, back then you could do things and they were practical jokes. Now it's serious. Oh, you're messing with somebody's life here. Oh, that's a terrible, dangerous thing. Like we Mrs. Burke, God rest her.
Fuck, I don't believe you. Is she?
Right. We clean her in the school. She had about 14.
You can't talk about Mrs. Burke being dead. Well, I mean, but
No. She had about 14 children. But a lovely wee woman. She came in about 3 o'clock every day.
She had 14 children?
She had about 14 children.
Had she a TV?
Smashing woman. She had TV. Nobody has a TV then.
That explains a lot. Go ahead.
But she used to clean the science lab. And I thought it'd be funny one day to hide in the storeroom. Now, there was a skeleton in the storeroom that they brought out, obviously, for anatomy and what have you. And I thought it'd be funny one day to hide in the storeroom under the shelf. And wee Mrs. Burke would have come in there to get her mop bucket and her wee brush pan, what have you. So she walked in, the skeleton was against the far wall. I'm under the shelf.
Well, she would mistake you for a skeleton.
No, she wouldn't have seen me because I'm under the thing. But I had my hand on the skeleton's. The pole that the skeleton was on, it was a wheelie pole.
You on wheels. The skeleton
a pole on wheels.
Right.
So when she opened the door, walked in, put her hands on her wee brush, I shook the skeleton pole and went, "Hello, Mrs. Burke." Boom, hit the floor.
What, she died?
No, she didn't die. I didn't
I
kill her.
thought you killed her. I was like, Jesus, it's gone too far. Cut.
So did I. So did I at the time.
Me and my dad do McGabry.
But I done the most cowardly thing ever.
Me and my dad do time.
I done the most cowardly thing ever. I didn't go to see Mrs. Burke.
You ran, didn't you?
I went, oh fuck, I've killed her. And I run. And I had to get another technician in the school to come up and make sure she was okay. And I sat her down and God love her to make her a wee cup of tea and all. Her heart was racing.
Did you ever admit what happened? Did she find out eventually that it was you?
She did.
Right. Okay.
Didn't think it was funny, but
I'm sure she didn't. No.
No, she didn't.
Jesus.
No, but you got away with those things. Now you'd be sacked.
Yeah.
Now you're sacked.
You would. What other? This is brilliant. What other things annoy you?
Annoy me?
Yeah. Do you like bananas?
I don't mind bananas. Yeah, I don't like what you're trying to do there. You're being quite suggestive.
Oh.
In my day, it was a biscuit. Oh, it was. I mean, you're eating that banana there, and you're trying to get me. I'm gonna wind my top here with this banana. That don't impress me much.
What biscuit?
Digestive.
What the fuck? How is that suggestive? Suggestive with a digestive.
Here, hold on a minute. Let's get back. It's Cockney Raymond slang.
Oh, there's Mickey being suggestive with a digestive. You said two digestives going.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
Well, what do you mean suggestive with a digestive?
No.
How does that even happen? A banana's phallic. What's a digestive? It's a circle.
What? A banana's what?
Yeah, but
I've never heard a banana described as that in my life.
Phallic?
It's a fruit.
But never mind. Move on.
Exactly.
Move on. Go on.
You're talking about what you could and couldn't get away with. Stop it. What you could and couldn't get away with. You know Bukies, don't you?
Jesus Christ.
Are you going to swallow your banana here in a minute?
I know where this is going.
Right. Paul Buchanan, a legend in LaSalle School, right?
He's still working. You probably shouldn't have said his name.
But retired.
I know from that school, but he's in another one.
Is he? Oh, God help. That's good. No, I'm only joking. Here.
It's okay. Things have changed nowadays. This was before PC.
This is definitely before PC because Bukies is legendary for actually doing this.
Uh-huh.
You'll know this story, but part of it anyway. Every year, the famous guy on TV then on the, what they call the show on the Good Morning Britain. Good Morning Britain.
Oh, sorry.
Was Derek, I can't remember his second name, Derek, whatever his name was.
Is he alive?
Mr Motivator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's alive. Happy days.
I can't remember his surname, but his name was Derek something. But Mr Motivator.
He's still about. He was on Saturday Night Takeaway there.
Wore the lycra suits, done the keep fit thing for the
Aye.
ladies and the gents and what have you, and was on, get your legs high, blah, 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 right? That is, right?
While sucking a digestive.
Right.
Get your
okay.
legs high, ladies.
So, Christmas show turns around in the cell, and Mr. Buchanan decides he's going to do Mr. Motivator. Now, in those days, obviously, Mr. Buchanan didn't look like Mr. Motivator. So he didn't. But he made himself look like Mr. Motivator.
Oh, shit.
And that required a lycra suit and some polish of some description, right?
No.
Yes.
No.
No, honest
No.
God. Back in the day, he did. Yep. He came out. Yep. He did indeed. Derek, I near had his name there, Cheerio or something like that. Begins with C. Begins with C.
Derek Cheerio.
Says Maria or something like that there, right?
Known for the cereal.
But Bucky's come out and, I think Mr. Motivator. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was bad enough.
But he obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the sound at the front of the show and I went, right, okay, no problem. Because in those days it was acceptable in the way he went, done his bit. So obviously everybody talked about the show, and the following week, the most embarrassing thing one of the most embarrassing things in my life happened is that a local school, Fleming Fulton,
Yeah.
in Malone, asked LaSalle would send down some of the teachers and some of the acts for the show, from the show, to do a wee thing for the kids. And yes, you guessed it, Bucky's. I was down, done the sound, and Bucky's come out. Now, it wasn't the fact that he came out as a black person, right? It's the fact that he said, hit the music, Mick. And I hit the music, I hit the button. And you had 150 children and adults in this room, and the music went, dun 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 dun. You put your left arm in, your left arm out, right? He started to do the hokey cokey in Fleming Fulton. Stop you laughing. I'm at the front. The back of my neck was red.
It's so
PC.
inappropriate. Like, it's just, I can't even begin to explain
Well, the thing is,
how awkward and cringy it is.
the children and the teachers were all trying to join in and joining in and trying to join in. So they were, but when you think about it afterwards, I was sitting going, oh my God. Now, he got away with it. So he did. But
What year was this?
About 1987.
Oh my God.
I know when you think about it now. It's just, it's frightening. What is?
If you're on that now.
Here, Jim Tracy, the fella that was with me, walked out. He just went, oh, way, I can't stand there. I'm out.
How
He
mad
says
is
there
that?
was
Like,
wee children trying to flip and move to what Mr. Motivator was asking them to do.
can I ask what was track 2?
No, I don't even want there. I was gone.
What was track 2? Come on, because you were the DJ. You were the person in charge of the tracks. What was track 2, please?
I could do.
No!
It was. And I tell you what, there was a third track, and it was that our one by Black Lace. You know that Superman. What I call
Oh,
it.
Jesus Christ.
It was. Oh, I'm telling you, it was cringeworthy. No, it was.
Oh, my
cringeworthy.
God. That's horrendous.
But that's in those days. That's the way it was. Like it just went on with.
Do you imagine someone walking into, like, a place like that now and doing that? Jesus, what would happen? Like,
Sacked or cracked.
sacked or cracked?
Cracked,
100%.
smacked, whatever. That's
Oh.
you know what I mean. Now, from that end, I can understand now looking back on that how inappropriate it was. Right, I can understand it. But it
Did you know
gone
what tracks were coming?
OTT? There were no, because Bucky's had his own tracks. Because he didn't do those songs in the school show because it was a Christmas show. He done Christmas ones. So this is the end of January, like when we went down to do it. You know what I mean? I think he done the 12 Days of Christmas in the other one, you know. But what a terrible selection of tracks.
Horrendous.
It was.
Horrendous.
And yes, I got sort of, because I was a sound person, like, you tend to get blamed for those sort of things.
The sound person who can't work a microphone.
No, can't work a microphone. But here,
he hit
those
some-
were the days. You remember the school when the computers come in, and that's we didn't have computers.
Do you know what we had?
Blackboard.
We had, remember the mouses for the computers with the balls in the bottom of them?
Nice.
Mice. In the
Okay, mouses. Jesus Christ.
I
Failed
could
his English.
That's thanks, LaSalle. Cheers. Back in the day when mice weren't lasers, they had balls in the bottom of them. We used to take the balls out and fuck them across the class.
That's right.
And like you do someone, have you ever felt a ball from the bottom of a mouse?
From the bottom of a mouse?
Have you ever felt a mouse ball like underneath?
Only Mickey's.
They're heavy. Like you would
I know
kill someone with one of those. Like
they're like bullers. We used to call them Marlies.
that's it.
Yeah.
But anyway, computers were in school. What happened?
No, well, when the first computers that came with these big screens, this size, and the hard drive of the computer would have been the size of that bloody table there, you know. But because the junior school had just opened in the summer, because of the price of computers, we were told each department, you only had one in every department, take your computer home. Don't leave it in the summer in case there's a break and the computer gets so.
So they all got took home. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you do remember Q her?
Yeah.
Jackie Fitzpatrick?
Legend.
Jackie Fitzpatrick?
Oh, Uncle Fester.
Oh, God, the very man. Jackie. Gentleman. Jackie,
He's alive, by the way.
he is alive, thank God. Jackie was taking his computer home, so he went down to his car, which was parked in the school, and he was push button boot then. We don't even have them now. Boot popped open, and Jackie sets his hard drive in, right? And me and Q are looking out the window, and we went, this could be good fun. So he puts his hard drive in and lowers his boot. So he goes out, boom, pops the button, climbs into the boot.
No
The boot closed
way.
again. Yeah. But you don't think of these things, right? Jackie comes down. I know what you're thinking. And if I'd have thought like at the end, I wouldn't have done it. But Jackie comes down carrying a screen that's probably the size of a 34-inch TV now, right? Carrying this screen. And he hits he hits the boot button on his knee. The boot pops up. And out of the boot I go, whoa! Screen goes up in the air. He goes, oh fuck! Screen goes up in the air. Smashes into about 100 bits. Now this thing then was probably $2,000.
Oh my
It was
God.
the computer for the whole Irish department. Smashing bits. I looked at it from the boot. Jackie looked at me and I went, look, I'm out of here. Jumped out of the boot.
Oh my God.
Jackie had to tell the principal that he had an accident that fell out of his hands when he was putting it in the boot. No, he did.
You're a bastard, like.
No, they were funny things you done, you know. Funny things.
Mad. Right. Before we end up this podcast, I want to give a shout out to our mates at Alex's Pub, Pamporvo, Bulgaria. Haven't sponsored us, although if you want to, you can. Just
Tommy
saying.
Cotton.
We're just giving you a freebie here. So
Tommy and Simona.
this is the last freebie.
What?
Alex's Pub. Good grub on the slopes.
Yeah,
Go
we
there.
should have wore a coats. They gave us wee coats too.
They did give us wee coats. Does yours
jackets.
fit? Mine doesn't. He was like, no, Tommy's from Cork. He was like, oh, it's a 2XL, like, it should fit you no bother. And what's a Bulgarian 2XL? You have to be built like a fucking Marlboro Light to be wearing
I
it.
think he bought them in Wish.
Whoosh.
Wish.
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 Not whoosh.
Wish.
So shout out to our mates at Alex's Pub. When
Travel Solutions. Shout out to Travel Solutions too.
we done that last time. Don't milk it. We want them to fork out for a podcast. So Travel Solutions, you're legends. You travel, they've got the solution. Give us money and we'll do this more. But
Ruthless.
also, before we wrap up, one, we need to go through one or two more voice notes. But two, we ran into two amazing people who are going to be on next week's episode. Well, one amazing person when we were out there, and then we tied in the other person because it's very apt, because I was an ambassador for West Wellbeing, the suicide prevention and mental health charity in West Belfast, who do amazing, when I say amazing work, it is really amazing work. So we're going to be joined by Jared Mallon next week.
Jared's going to be joining us, yes.
And the fella who we met in Bulgaria, who is
Martin Fagan.
Martin
We
Fagan.
walked into the bar on the first night. We just got off a plane, and some of the people on the first plane said, yes, come on for a drink. Walked into the bar, and we got handed a pint, and it was Martin had spotted us and sent it down.
Gentleman.
Lovely fella. Played football with me and against me, but a gentleman. He's going to be here talking.
We ended up having a conversation with Martin about mental health and about, past experiences that we all had, together, like when we were all down and, the darkest of days in our own lives. And do you know what we said? We should really put this in a podcast. So Next week, we're going to be doing a bit of a mental health special, so make sure you come back and watch that and check out the chat with Marty.
I fucking probably need it.
I know we don't seem like the people to be giving out advice to help
Ambassador
with
for
your
mental health.
with your mental well-being, because like we're not the most sane people, but trust me, it'll be a really good chat, and they'll join us next week in the studio. Before we go, Mick, give us a few voice notes.
Well, now I'll try here. I'll see what. Well, let's come out in my hang here. Hold on.
I love him trying to work a
Hey,
phone.
Mickey.
It's so funny.
Terry Murphy here. Just wishing you and Declan all the very best for your up and coming podcast. Hope it'll be very successful. I know you, Mickey. It'll be full of crack anyway. All the best. Bye.
Well, that I was a teacher out of LaSalle.
And he must be alive because he sent you a voice note, so that's good.
Murphy. I'll try. Let me see.
Thanks,
Mickey
Terry.
and Declan, all the best
No, that's
for
not
your
a
new
teacher.
podcast.
Stop. Right. I know.
All teachers from
Mickey,
LaSalle.
just to wish you and Declan every success with your podcast that you're going ahead with. I think it's a fantastic idea following on from what you did together on the radio. The one question I would like to ask is, Mickey, if you were to select one teacher from your career to date to take on a desert island, who would it be and why? Cheers, mate, and good luck.
Here.
So hold on, we'll leave you with that. If you had to pick one teacher to bring on a desert island from your past years at LaSalle, who would it be and why?
Oh God, that's a hell of a question, because so many brilliant characters in the school. I would have to say one of the top guys they ever worked with was a fella called Yash.
Yash Armstrong.
Yash Armstrong.
Good good
Funny,
choice.
Funny
Good choice.
guy. Never took a drop of drink in his life until he went to Bulgaria, and I took him down a ski slope. And as a ski slope,
He met Mick and he turned to the drink. That's all
he
you
should
need to
never
know.
have been on. We should never have took him on, but we got him down the mountain. It took us about 4.5 hours, but we got him down the mountain, and he kicked the skis off. This is where you're going. He says, "Fuck you." He walked over to this taverna, ordered a whiskey, and just sunk it. And he's never drank since. But a brilliantly funny guy and a lovely, lovely fella.
Magic stuff. Magic stuff. See, it wasn't too bad to be underprepared, because this episode ended up being good banter.
Well, I hope so.
Let's not prepare for the next one. No, we are prepared for the next one. So make sure you come back, check it out next week, everywhere you get your podcastables, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching and listening.
Cheers. Bye.